Nadine stood in the empty warehouse in Dallas, Texas. The space was huge. Too huge. The rent was $4,000 every month. She had $22,000 in her bank account. It was all the money she had in the world. Her hands were shaking. Her heart was racing. "I'll take it," she said to the landlord. In that moment, Nadine risked everything she owned. This is her story. 6 years ago, Nadine left Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo. She left her mother, her sisters, and the city she loved. She came to America with big dreams but empty pockets. In Kinshasa, Nadine was a seamstress. She made beautiful dresses for weddings and special occasions. Her hands were skilled. Her designs were creative. People loved her work. But in Congo, making clothes didn't pay well. Nadine worked 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. At the end of each month, she barely had enough money for food and rent. She wanted more, not just for herself, but for her family. So when her cousin invited her to Dallas, Texas, Nadine made a brave choice. She sold everything she owned, bought a plane ticket, and left. America was harder than she imagined. Her first year in Dallas was difficult. She didn't speak much English. She didn't know anyone except her cousin. She missed her mother's voice. She missed the warm rain in Kinshasa. She missed home. But Nadine didn't give up. She found work at a dry cleaning shop. The pay was $8 per hour. It wasn't much, but it was more than she made in Congo. Every day she pressed shirts and pants. Every night she studied English on her phone. During her lunch breaks, Nadine noticed something. Many customers came to the dry cleaners with damaged clothes, torn jackets, broken zippers, loose buttons. The dry cleaner didn't fix these things. They only cleaned clothes. "Can you repair this?" customers would ask. "No, sorry, we don't do alterations," the manager always said. Nadine saw an opportunity. She started offering to fix clothes for customers after work. She did it quietly, secretly. She would take the damaged clothing home, repair it at night, and return it the next day. She charged $10 for simple repairs, $20 for difficult ones. Word spread quickly. Soon, Nadine had more repair work than she could handle. Customers loved her. She was fast, affordable, and excellent at her job. After 1 year, Nadine was making an extra $600 each month from repairs. After 2 years, she was making $1,000 extra. She saved almost every penny. She lived in a tiny apartment. She cooked simple meals. She didn't buy new clothes or go to movies. Every dollar went into her savings account. 3 years passed. Nadine had saved $22,000. One evening, Nadine was walking through an industrial area in Dallas. She saw a "For Lease" sign on a warehouse. The building was old but solid. It had good lighting and high ceilings. Nadine stood outside for a long time, just looking. In her mind, she could see it. Not a warehouse. A factory. Her factory. A place where she could hire seamstresses from Africa and Latin America. A place where they could alter and repair clothes for stores all over Dallas. A business that could grow. That night, Nadine couldn't sleep. She did calculations on paper. She made lists. She drew plans. To start her alteration factory, she needed rent for the warehouse, $4,000 per month. 10 industrial sewing machines, $15,000. Tables, chairs, and equipment, $5,000. Fabric, thread, and supplies, $3,000. Business licenses and insurance, $2,000. Marketing and website, $1,000. Total, $30,000 to start. But she only had $22,000. Nadine went to 4 different banks. She wore her best dress. She brought her business plan. She showed them her savings. She explained her vision. Every bank said no. "You don't have credit history in America," they said. "You don't have collateral," they said. "Alteration businesses are risky," they said. Nadine felt angry and frustrated. In Congo, she had been respected for her skills. Here in America, banks treated her like she was nobody. She had 3 choices. 1, keep working at the dry cleaner and doing repairs on the side. This was safe, but slow. 2, give up on her factory dream completely. 3, use all her savings and find a way to get the extra $8,000 she needed. Nadine thought about her mother back in Kinshasa. Her mother cleaned houses to pay for Nadine's education when she was young. Her mother never gave up, even when life was hard. Nadine made her decision. She would take the risk. Before we continue with Nadine's story, if you're enjoying learning English through these African stories, please take 1 second to hit the subscribe button and like this video. It really helps us bring you more inspiring stories. Thank you so much. Now let's see what Nadine did next. She called her cousin, the one who helped her come to America. I need to borrow $8,000, Nadine said. I will pay you back in 1 year with interest. Her cousin was quiet for a moment. Then she said, Nadine, I've watched you work harder than anyone I know. I believe in you. Yes, I will lend you the money. Nadine also reached out to her church community. Many members were immigrants like her. She explained her business idea at a Sunday meeting. 3 church members offered to invest $1,000 each in exchange for a small percentage of future profits. Now Nadine had $31,000 total, $22,000 from her savings, $8,000 from her cousin, $3,000 from investors. She signed the lease for the warehouse. There was no turning back now. The next 4 months were the most stressful of Nadine's life. She bought the sewing machines. She purchased supplies. She painted the warehouse walls herself to save money. She built tables from cheap wood. She hired 5 seamstresses. 3 were from Congo like her. 1 was from Guatemala. 1 was from Vietnam. All of them were immigrants. All of them needed good jobs. Nadine trained them carefully. She showed them how she wanted every stitch to be perfect. She taught them to work fast but never careless. Then came the hard part, finding clients. Nadine walked into every clothing store in Dallas. Big stores, small stores, boutique, department stores. She introduced herself. She showed samples of her work. She offered competitive prices. Most stores said no. They already had alteration services. Some managers were rude. Some didn't even look at her samples. But Nadine kept going. She visited 40 stores in 2 weeks. Finally, 1 store manager said yes. It was a small boutique that sold women's dresses. We'll give you a trial, the manager said. Fix 20 dresses. If the quality is good, we'll send you more work. Nadine and her team worked day and night on those 20 dresses. Every hem was perfect. Every zipper was smooth. Every button was secure. The boutique manager was impressed. She sent 40 more dresses the next week, then 60, then 100. Other stores started calling. Word spread that Nadine's factory did excellent work at fair prices. In the first month, the factory made $8,000 in revenue. After paying rent, salaries and supplies, Nadine had a profit of only $500. It wasn't much, but it was a start. In the second month, revenue grew to $12,000. Profit was $2,000. In the third month, revenue reached $18,000. Profit was $4,000. Nadine started breathing easier. Her gamble was working. 6 months after opening, Nadine's factory was altering clothes for 15 different stores across Dallas. She had hired 3 more seamstresses. The machines ran from morning until evening. She paid back her cousin the $8,000 plus $1,000 in interest. 1 year after opening, Nadine's business was making consistent monthly profits of $8,000. She paid her church investors their money back, plus 20% extra. 2 years after opening, Nadine moved to a bigger warehouse. She now employed 20 seamstresses. Her factory was one of the largest alteration businesses in Dallas. Today, Nadine's factory has partnerships with over 50 clothing stores and online retailers. Her annual revenue is over $600,000. She employs 35 people, many of them immigrant women who needed their first job in America. Last year, Nadine bought her mother a house in Kinshasa. She sends money home every month. She also started a small training program in her factory, teaching new immigrants sewing skills for free. The bank manager who rejected her loan, he saw a news article about Nadine's success. He sent her a letter asking if she needed business financing now. Nadine wrote back, "No thank you. I learned to build without you." Nadine still works 12-hour days, but now she works for herself. She built something from nothing. She created jobs. She proved that skill, determination, and courage matter more than credit history. Sometimes the biggest risk is believing in yourself when no one else does. If you want another calm African story to improve your English, the next one is already waiting. Just tap one on the screen. Vocabulary list. 1. Warehouse, a large building used to store goods or for manufacturing. Example, she rented a warehouse to start her factory. 2. Landlord, a person who owns property and rents it to others. Example, the landlord wanted $4,000 per month. 3. Seamstress, a woman who sews clothes professionally. Example, she was a talented seamstress in Congo. 4. Barely, only just, almost not. Example, she barely had enough money for food. 5. Dry cleaning, a cleaning process for clothes using chemicals instead of water. Example, she worked at a dry cleaning shop. 6. Alterations, changes made to clothing to make it fit better. Example, the store didn't offer alterations. 7. Opportunity, a chance to do something or make money. Example, she saw a business opportunity. 8. Afford, to have enough money to buy something. Example, her repairs were affordable for customers. 9. Savings account, a bank account where you keep money to save it. Example, she saved money in her savings account. 10. Industrial, related to factories and manufacturing. Example, she needed industrial sewing machines. 11. Vision, a clear idea or plan for the future. Example, she explained her business vision to the banks. 12. Credit history, a record of borrowing and repaying money. Example, she didn't have credit history in America. 13. Collateral, property or assets promised to secure a loan. Example, the bank wanted collateral she didn't have. 14. Loan, money borrowed from a bank that must be repaid. Example, every bank rejected her loan application. 15. Interest, extra money paid when you borrow or lend money. Example, she paid her cousin back with interest. 16. Invest, investor. To put money into a business, a person who invests. Example, 3 church members became investors. 17. Percentage, a part of something expressed as a number out of 100. Example, investors got a small percentage of profits. 18. Lease, a contract to rent property for a period of time. Example, she signed the lease for the warehouse. 19. Competitive prices, prices that compare well with other businesses. Example, she offered competitive prices to stores. 20. Trial, a test period to see if something works. Example, the boutique gave her a trial with 20 dresses. 21. Revenue, the total money a business receives from sales. Example, monthly revenue grew to $18,000. 22. Profit, money left after paying all business expenses. Example, her profit in the first month was $500. 23. Consistent, happening regularly, steady. Example, she made consistent monthly profits. 24. Partnership, a business relationship between companies. Example, she has partnerships with 50 stores. 25. Annual, happening once a year, yearly. Example, her annual revenue is over $600,000.